Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my stream. Not quite set, but I guess I am now. This is Greg K6EGG from the beautiful city of Chino. It is the last day of May, May 31st, 2021. It is a Memorial Day weekend. I almost said Labor Day weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. Probably not too many people on. This is, I believe this is a Monday, right? Today is my Saturday, so I'm a little out of it. Got all kinds of listening we're going to be doing here today, and hopefully we get a pretty packed crowd on 144-250. Looking into the mountains to the north of me, I have Baldy, probably about 15, 20 miles away. Looking a little gloomy up there. Look like there's some tropical clouds, maybe a shower or two up that way. There was a chance of that happening today, but definitely getting into more of a tropical pattern, tropical summer pattern, that is, for this type of year, this time of year. So let's get to some radio here on 144-250. Got to fix the screen. I was not... not 100% ready. But now I am.
That's a lot. Well, weekend too. And I don't know, it's a hard life, let me tell you. You seem really smart.
It is so hard to hear poor Alex where I'm at.
Well, in order to prevent myself from, getting in harm's way, I figure things out, right? Did you get good grades or just the things come kind of easy to you or what? No, I didn't get good grades in school. I was still making stuff. But, it's just the way it goes. Later on, after I got out of underneath the home and I went to college, I got A's in mathematics and electronics. I was just a natural guy. I learned why and how. Yeah, you're definitely a natural at it, that's for sure. Definitely a what? A natural at it. And we are live, Greg just said. I'm distorted right now? Hang on. I might have my processor on. Hang on. How's that? I turned the processor off. Okay, yeah. I need to keep that thing off. I'm just talking local talk. Well, I see there's a transverter.
So right now we're, sorry about that. We got Alex N6JGI and Keith WA6QXA. They're not too far apart.
Yeah, somebody who's that's really cool.
I wish I could hear Alex a little better.
Things like that is one of these.
Hey, who else? It looks like we got a couple viewers right now. Why don't you jump in the chat and let us know who you are? Tony Simone, you in there? What the hell?
Yeah, do you have that capability? Well, I have transmitters, yeah. I got to get them out of it. Fred and I were on, actually 432-100 on Eco 40s this evening, or this afternoon. This guy came back, he's got a brand new 9700, he wanted to test 1.2. And Fred said, I'd love to help you out, I just don't have an antenna hooked up yet. Let's see here, I want to put my F991 Alpha transducer, see what comes up. not in a big hurry to go there because I hear it's pretty dead.
If you go there with all the rush, you can drive it.
Well, if you guys start going up there and stuff and everything, maybe I'd consider it, but nobody's doing anything yet. Everybody that has them doesn't even have an antenna for them yet.
Well, I think Ward's got an antenna, Beth's got an antenna, I got an antenna, I just got to wait to get my readings out.
Every one of these guys does not have an antenna hooked up. Everybody has a 9700 in the frequency, nobody has a 12.2 antenna hooked up.
Nobody else has 1.2 hooked up. Well, Ralph Beaches is too. The little net suckers on Friday night.
Okay, I'm just saying, almost everybody has a 9700 except for you and me on this frequency. And nobody has a 1.2 antenna hooked up as far as I know.
I don't.
Yeah, who's that?
You got yours hooked up, don't you?
Is that Greg?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no 1.2 antenna hooked up yet, right?
I have no plans and no desire to hook up that 1.2 antenna.
Mine's up.
Yours is up?
Yeah, KB6EGG's got his up.
That's just David, right?
Yes, sir. Garden Grove.
Well, David, you have everything hooked up. You're besides the point. I don't know what everybody else doesn't have. Did you get to help that guy on 1.2 today?
Yeah, I did. I walked him through it up on 220.
Oh, awesome. 220 and 1.2?
Yeah, he finally figured out. He finally figured out after I walked him through it, because since I had mine in front of me, I walked him through exactly what to do, so he did figure it out.
Oh, good. What was his name? Levi, something like that?
Yeah, oh shoot, I just spaced his name too. But yeah, I've talked to him. I've talked to him before, and he moved from one place to another, and he was trying to get reset up.
I see. Well, that's awfully nice of you. It took me time to get him up and running.
That's what it's all about.
Yep, I've had people help me, and more than once, that's the truth. They're helpful. He helped me today. Oh, by the way, I was able to get that all hooked up today. Fred helped me out. He sketched it out, sent it to me, and I got everything hooked up now.
Oh, good. Yeah, it makes a world of difference when you got a picture to look at, and so it's easier to redraw another one so everybody understands where one goes where.
And now that I have it, I'm in a store where I don't have to keep hitting them up. If I unhook it and all that kind of stuff, I have that information, so I'm good to go. Anyway, hey Greg, how you doing? How's work today?
Work was very uneventful. Kind of hard to hear you guys tonight for some reason. I can barely hear Alex in there, David as well, and you're usually stronger, so I may have got some. It doesn't sound like noise, but maybe the conditions aren't that good today.
Well, I wasn't running any power to kind of help Alex here. Is that better? Can you hear me better?
Oh yeah, you're coming in a lot better now.
Hey, David, you going vertical or are you horizontal right now?
Well, I'm on the 9100, so I got the super loop stuff, which does both.
Okay. So, Greg, you can't hear David very well?
He's normally a lot stronger to me, but I can hear him a little better than I can hear Alex.
Well, I turned the beam a little bit more in your direction. Does that help?
No, actually, it got worse.
Yeah, I forget. Where are you at?
City of Chino.
Yeah, it should be pretty close.
You had that problem the other day when David was working the net. You had to be relayed. Something's going on between you two.
Yeah, you know what? I was just going to mention that. Yeah, yesterday I tried checking in. I think you were doing the net last night, and I didn't get a relay, and you didn't hear me.
Yeah, it makes a difference if I'm pointed on you, you know, or if I'm not, because these things here, once I turn them, I can't get many people off the side of it.
Copy that.
So they're very directional, right, David?
I'm only doing, what is it, let me see here, I'm only doing 80 watts, so I picked it up a little bit more there.
There you go. You got those numbers up a little bit. I have you a little bit better.
Yeah, I don't feel like turning on the 800.
It's all right. I can read you. You're fine now.
You're loud and clear, Greg. I'm hearing you. S9.
Excellent. I'm running power tonight till my wife tells me to shut it off because I'm bleeding into everything in the house.
Do you need to choke it up to avoid that, or what are you going to need to do?
I have some chokes on the way. I'm going to test it out in my shack because I'm hearing. I've always heard a little bit of RFI in my microphone when I run the power. So I'm going to try the chokes on the microphone input and microphone side of the my connectors, and then if that works, I'm going to go start choking out stuff downstairs.
All right, good luck with that.
And I'm still not grounded.
Yeah, let's try this one. Is this any better?
It's like lower pitched. You actually sounded better on the other one when you turned up the power a little bit.
Yeah, that's a small little amplifier I have here.
So what did everybody do today? Any barbecuing, or that was all yesterday? Because I just got done cooking some hamburgers downstairs on the Weber grill.
Well, for myself, we barbecued burgers yesterday, so we didn't do a barbecue today.
K6EGG. I did pork chops for Mom yesterday. I got the great big thick one. Yeah, and I have a carbon steel pan here. I season them up, and they just come out beautiful. I didn't fire up any carbs. You know, I've got a barbecue, but if I can make them in the house and make it taste good, I'm going to do it that way. Make some potatoes and some green beans and corn, onions. You had a good one, right?
You left a carbon trail.
Did what?
You left a carbon trail.
Oh, the carbon steel pan. I don't know if you guys could, but get yourself one of them large carbon steel pans, at least 12 inches in diameter.
That's what I got. I got a whole collection.
It comes out really nice. You really get some carbonization.
I got the same pans. I got a whole set of them.
Now, you've been cooking with them, Fred?
Yeah, I've been cooking with them.
Good, aren't you?
Oh, they cook the best.
Yeah, you can really just get the steak. We have the big thick pork chops. Mother and I just love pork. I'd rather have pork chops than steak. Make it nice.
There's nothing cooked better than that pan. If you're going to cook with a pan, there's nothing beats that pan.
I know it.
Who are you talking to?
Well, Greg's out there. What do you call it? Dave's out there. And Keith is out there. And I'm out here, of course.
Yeah, that's what the old cowboys had to cook their steaks there. There ain't nothing cooks better than steaks or whatever you cook in here. It holds the heat evenly across that pan, and you can't beat it.
I like carbon steel. You got cast iron or carbon?
I got cast iron.
Well, that's just good, but professional cooks like the carbon steel even better.
Well, the real professional cooks got the ones I got.
What's that?
The cast iron ones.
Well, no, but some of them use the carbon steel. They like them better. They're lighter.
Well, I like the cast iron. They're heavier.
Bang you across the head and get a better response from you.
I use cast iron for baking. I've got a cast iron dish oven, and I also got another cast iron pan I can use to dry it. Move over to a carbon steel made by the same company, and you might change your mind.
Okay, did Dave ever show up at your house or no?
No, he didn't. I don't know.
What's wrong with that boy?
Probably smoking marijuana.
Well, next time I hear him when he yells help size, don't ask me again. I mean, you can't keep your word.
Well, you know, it's very, you don't want to keep your word. You tied up.
That's no excuse. He had a gun. He could have gunned himself out of that situation.
Yeah, I know.
That cast iron pan spread, I'm surprised you haven't made an antenna out of it.
That cast iron pan, what?
But you haven't made an antenna out of it.
Tell you what,
Oh, yeah.
you might laugh. I had a washtub, you know, great big old washtub out here, you know, when the satellite deal was over. Before I made up the mini antennas, I put the little faucet for 432 down in the, what do you call it, in the washtub, and I turned it up and pointed it down the driveway, and it was just right angle the satellite was coming from east to west, access the satellite, and the 2 elements far downwind. And that's where I got the idea for the corner, but it looks just beautiful.
You got any pictures to prove it?
Oh, no, I just take my word.
All right, I take your word.
Did he ground it?
You are good to see the product of the corner reflection, and it has less metal than that washtub did, eh?
Was there somebody else out there? Go ahead.
I was just making a bad joke and asked if you grounded it.
Yeah, did you ground it?
Oh, I could just want to listen. I'm an ungrounded individual.
How about put radios on it?
I didn't do that either.
You know those big tubs, those big round tubs you can buy with are about 3 feet round, those big tubs you can buy at Home Depot?
That's the washtub I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Put a full-weight boot down in there, and I pointed it up at the satellite, and worked like a charm. And I found out my friend CPW did that, and I tried it. That was a long time ago. He was a CPF leader before. I used to talk to him all the time, and I think he did that. And some of them low flyers come over. They put this kind of in a washtub, but they made what they call an Archimedean spiral. You know what kind of antenna that is?
No, sounds like a spiral to me, like spiral downhill like a jet pilot.
Well, just imagine an F. They took a half-inch dipole, and they get it to fit down inside that washtub without any high SWR. They make it like an F. The Archimedean spiral. You get it?
I get it.
Looks like a stamp satellite way back here in the day.
Damn, that was big. Somebody on frequency there?
Someone off. Greg, I hear you loud and clear. You can't hear me?
I can hear you just very, very low in my noise floor.
Well, I guess I'm the mud duck tonight.
Unfortunately, we always, at least on my side, we don't have a very good connection.
Well, your 7S unit's here. I mean, how much power are you running?
Right now, I'm running 100 stock watts.
Oh, okay.
Man, this feels like a Sunday to me.
Same here.
And it's really my Saturday.
Unfortunately, it's my Monday. Although I shouldn't complain. That means it's a 4-day work week.
3-day work week.
For who?
Hey, I have a 4-day work week too.
I think it's the law is day after the holiday is the holiday, isn't it, Fred?
Right.
tomorrow's a holiday, and then you get, what do you call it, 3 days of work.
What line of work is this?
Well, that's government work.
I'm quasi-government. I don't get tomorrow off.
Yeah, but,
Hey, who's out there listening on the stream? Go ahead and jump in the chat there if you feel like it. Just wondering who is actually tuning in tonight.
we've got 3 or 4 of them.
Well, the question is the stock market open tomorrow?
Yes.
Stock market.
Yes, it is.
I don't know, you're going to have to go on Google to see if the post office is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's open tomorrow.
I figured so.
Okay. Well, when I was looking for the school district, was the day after the holiday, and the day before was sitting on the weekend. It was also a holiday, but I don't know. Things change.
If it falls on a Sunday, you get the day after. If it's a weekday, I'm sorry, on the weekday.
Repeat that again. How does that go?
So if a holiday like 4th of July ends up on a Sunday or a Saturday, they usually observe it the day before or the day after. So if it's Sunday, it's the Monday they observe it.
Okay, well, I'm a senior citizen. Thank you for straightening me out.
So because Memorial Day is on a Monday, normally, it's the last Monday of May, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong. We don't get that special day.
You're right, and I'm full of potato chips.
I'm full of hamburgers and hot dogs right now, and cheese tater tots.
We went and got Mom Chinese food. She wanted Chinese food tonight, so I got her shrimp and fried rice, and, barbecue pork and all of that.
I thought you did pork chop.
So, okay, we got 5 people watching on the stream tonight, and I'm not one of them. I'm not monitoring it because we have 4 now. I'm wondering who is actually watching this stream. So please say something in the chat and let me know where you're at. It's probably one of the people that are on frequency, but I would love to actually figure out if somebody is not not on frequency and actually part of this group. I'm just wondering if somebody's out there sandbagging just for the heck of it. And because I have some questions for you. So please jump in the chat. Say hi.
I'll remember that the next time I'm in Jefferson.
Yeah, I lived up in Napomo, California for 5 years and go into Santa Maria, and they had all kinds of tri-tip barbecues up there. Man, was that good.
What's it in that place up there?
Did I live in there? I lived up there, yeah, for 5 years.
No, my question is, what's the name of that real famous place up there?
Oh, well, there's a couple of them. There's the Far Western, where the prostitutes are all upstairs for the Air Force men near the Air Force base there. And that's Vandenberg. And then that was the Far Western. That was the restaurant. And I got to think of the other one. I'll think of it. Oh, Jocko's. Jocko's has got steaks and pork chops. They say they make the best pork chops in the world. It's mesquite barbecue, but it's a chuck wagon out in the back, over.
Yeah, that's the one. That place is hard to get into.
Yeah, you better believe it. I've eaten there a lot when I lived there. Yeah, you see these little signs on the freeways that follow me to Jocko's.
So nobody wants to jump in the chat here. There's 4 people watching. I'm guessing one of them's Keith, maybe Alex. So there's 2 other people that aren't actually on frequency that are watching us for some strange reason. So jump in the chat, say hi, or text me if you know me. Or maybe even email me, eggpro@aol.com. eggpro@aol.com.
That was a bit so we would go up there and stuff like that, so I know a little bit about what's going on up there.
Yeah, there was another restaurant I ate up there and knew a professor that when the AIDS virus hit, they were doing some studies with electron microscopes, and he told me that thing was engineered way back then. He found the genetic strain to see where it was actually spliced and fused together. It had a mutant tail on the end of it. He says nothing like that could ever happen in nature. Over.
Did you believe him?
No. Because there was a guy that was a naval intelligence officer, and he had said that this is germ warfare too, and that was at a UFO convention. And he was telling everybody that was William Cooper. Bill Cooper, if you read his book, Behold the Pale Horse, and he said the same thing.
You used to go to those kind of conventions?
Oh, yeah, I'd go to conventions like that. Connie County used to go to the UFO convention,
That's that motorcycle convention up there. What is it? Like around, that's not Utah, I don't think. Wyoming or something like that?
Sturgis?
Yeah, Sturgis, that one.
I never went to Sturgis, no. I never went there, but I'll tell you what, you go to the UFO conventions, it's usually in Nevada, over in Las Vegas, someplace. And just depending on where they get the hotel or whatnot. And I've been threatened with those things there, over.
Fred, you ever gone to Sturgis?
No, and I got an older brother that has been there, but from what he told me, he says you don't need to go to any topless bar to see whatever you need to see. That week you see more than you need.
Party Central there.
I've heard about it.
Party Central there, from what I hear.
Yeah, a lot of alcohol consumed that week.
So I spoke to this gentleman, actually a boy, he was about 15 years old, on the FM call frequency, and he got his HAMP license at 13, his TAC license, and he's studying for his general's license. And I invited him down here. Hopefully he'll show up, and I really encouraged him to keep up the hobby.
Yeah, not too many young people, younger than me actually, are into radio now.
Kind of the double there. Say again?
Yeah, sorry, what? Hang on.
I was going to say there's not too many young people younger than me, and I'm 45, are into the radio hobby like they used to be.
At the same time, I was looking at some stats from 2014 to 2018. We increased, what was it, 30,000 licenses?
From last year?
Oh, this is a stat from 2014 to 2018. It went up 30,000, I believe, what I saw.
Yeah, but I wonder how many of those people have passed away, though.
From 2014 to 2018, that many people passed away? That's not that far away.
No, what I'm saying is, there's people that come and go. I just wonder what the stat is for the going side, because it's a lot of older folk on radio. No offense.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah, for sure. He was talking on one of those AC-300, mobile radios that he had in his base station. He said he was talking with an Astron 11-amp switching power supply. He said he's running 25 watts at about 4.5 amps. He said, I can only talk for about 2 minutes because then the thing shuts down on me. I said, wait, what's going on? What are you talking about? Yeah, it shuts down on me. I said, well, there's something wrong with it because that thing's only drawing 4.5 amps in this 11-amp power supply. You should be able to go all day.
Yeah, that does not make sense. Something's not right.
I tried thinking about it. I wonder if there's something wrong with the radio, not the power supply. Well, unless it's not getting proper power from the power supply to the radio because he's using TV wire or something or other.
What was his QTH at?
Cypress.
I don't know if I'd be able to hear him with that low wattage here.
Yeah, well, he wasn't even that strong to me, but he was strong enough to, make it to me. I think it was about an S7.
Speaking about being strong, I have no idea why I can't hear you in the my work QTH parking lot. I mean, I'm not that far away. I can hear you better in Brea.
It's baffling to me too because when you're over, we talked about this before. When you're over on the, it's called the Honda Center across the street. It's not a problem.
And I got more stuff blocking me, including a freeway and a stadium.
Very odd. I don't get it. Because we're literally, I think, 14 miles away.
It's just location.
There you have it, location.
A block away with more stuff blocked. Maybe it's hopping over the freeway or something weird. Dave's right. It's probably just location.
And the reason I say that is, I have the Sirius on my, maybe on my truck. And there's different areas that you pull in through that the signal's totally lost and there's nothing there to block it.
That's Sirius satellite radio. That's something a little different, the way those satellites transmit. There's like one stationary and there's one in this weird Russian elliptical orbit.
Yeah, but you can be, I was out in the middle of the intersection, there was nothing there, and there was a dead spot, and, you pull two feet forward and the signal's back, so it's just the area, same with any other signal.
Yeah, probably getting some interference too.
Here's a funny one for you. Like, I go to Signal Hill sometimes with my mobile, and there's a statue. It's kind of like my landmark where I park, and I park like right to the side of it on the street. And I would say, hey, you're not that strong right now. Try moving like 15 feet or something like that. So I went south, about 15, 20 feet, and I was much louder. That statue was blocking my signal a little bit.
Definitely possible.
So I got 5 current viewers right now. I was wondering who you are. Jump in the chat and say hello.
2 meters and 440. 440 works really well through buildings and concrete. 2 meters doesn't.
Yeah. So now I park, at least 20 feet. Typically around 20 feet away from that thing, and I know that I can get a pretty good shot for everybody that I want to talk to.
One of these days, I got to go up in a little area. It's I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. Actually, you know what, Keith might, because you've been up to JP College, top of Haven, and talk on 146.520 up there.
So going up through Lytle Creek or just the top of Haven?
No, just the top of Haven. I don't think you can get to the top or Lytle Creek from that area, but that's a heck of a place to do some transmitting. I know there was a radio station actually up there at the end of Haven there, so I just wondered how it sound got down to you guys down in Orange County, LA County area.
I bet he'd make it our way.
Oh, with all this time off coming up, we'll see how that goes. I keep saying that. I end up working more.
We should pick a day where you go one spot, I'll go to the other spot, and we'll see how we do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I prefer to do it more on a weekday. I know you're going to have some weekdays coming up here. What, do you got 2 more weeks?
Yeah, this week and next week, then summertime.
Beautiful.
All right, once again, we got 5.
Try Palos Verdes. I might try
Hey, Keith, wasn't you talking about repeater that was up in Big Bear?
Yeah, I was talking to Gabe about,
Sorry about the dropout. I just had a internet dropout here. I saw a bunch of data packet loss, so
yeah, that repeater's strong.
we should be back now. I think it's something to do with the Frontier that I'm using, so I apologize for the unnamed people that are watching the stream tonight. Jump into the chat. Tell me where you're at. Tell me where you're watching. If you're a ham radio operator, put in your call sign. Love to chat with you. That's why I have the chat on, so we can chat. Jump in the chat. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below as well. This is Greg, K6EGG from Chino.
The last 25, well, it's been 32 years. I used to go up there every year for the Big Bear Fishing Tournament that was in May. And I used to, when I was on the lake with the boat and the grandkids, and before the grandkids, I could sit on the lake with a handheld and 5 watts, hit that repeater, and talk to the wife down here.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I'll be going up there for a week at the end of June. I mean, the end of July, I should say.
Hey, I turned my delay off there, so that should be a little better.
Fishing tournament come up here in June up there, and I'm not going to make it this year, but I was talking to the grandkids the other day, and on the oldest one's birthday, which was Friday, and so we're going to plan next year, to get a cabin, rent a cabin up there and take about 5 days and do that tournament.
Nice. Do you know Eric from Sugarloaf up there?
Yeah, I talk to him every once in a while.
Yeah, just I know the other day. He's got a boat now. He was going to take it out. He said he was going to take it out today.
Well, I hope things change. One of the other hands I know that lives up in Sugarloaf, Ed, I can't think of his call right now, but he's got a boat, and he's given me some tips on which lures.
Are you kidding me?
Not at all. He didn't tell me exactly what he said to them, but he did not go fishing.
They were asking for people to, help out with teaching summer school because they were shy. And I said, do you have to wear a mask? They said, yep. Nope, not going to work summer school.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty stupid myself. TV6BAM.
Oh, let's get into a mass debate. I love it.
Thing that I don't understand, if supposedly June 15th where it's supposed to be like gone for our governor or something like that, how can somebody else force us to do that, or a company or whatever?
You need to talk to your union about that. They're the ones that are pushing it.
It's like any employer, they have their own set of rules, and the only way to get around it is, complain. But with the kids and stuff in there, yeah, they're gonna make you wear it. Well, have you wear it, not make you, but you either have it on or don't, or go home.
Yeah, so hopefully when school starts up in the new school year, that'll be off. I don't have to worry about it because I'm tired of wearing it. And I'm not working summer school because of it. Anyway, Dave, I used to have a Crestliner, 18.5 foot aluminum hull Crestliner that we go up in Big Bear every year.
Oh man, I was hoping we can get some mass debate in here.
Well, this one's nothing fancy. It's a little.
All right, so you guys all listening on the or watching on the stream tonight, who is actually watching? It is now 7:30 p.m. on the West Coast. My clock is actually correct on my Icom 9700. Who is listening on the stream? Jump in the chat. Say hi, please. Come on. I would love to know where you're at. I want to have an idea. For some reason, 5 of the same viewers probably pop up every time. I'm guessing one's Keith.
My first boat was a 16-foot Glastron, and I put it in the bay and stuff like that, and I realized how it was like just rusting away and stuff like that. So when I got this boat, I kept it in freshwater only, and that was just a fish and ski boat. I'm sure you've heard of those before.
Well, they didn't say this was a fish, but or ski, but yeah, I bought the well, I don't know what the heck they call it, but it's a live well that fits up the nose. You know, the cushions are, you know, they're taken out, and so it fits up there. So there's a live well up there, you know, for them to catch the fish. But yeah, I mean, I've been happy with it. It serves my purpose. I finally had to put 2 years ago. I had to put $1,500 into the engine because the old gas and oil pump decided to break.
Do you do your own maintenance?
I try to, except for, you know, when that occurred, you know, through the years, you know, it's slowly getting worse, you know, for starting it, and you know, I had to prime the heck out of it and all this, but, you know, once I got it running, it was fine. But yeah, I finally took it down to a place in Long Beach and up there on Signal Hill, and you know, when they got into it, they found out that you know, the fuel oil mixture pump, it was cracked so bad it was pumping, you know, gas. They said pumping gas everywhere. Well, it wasn't pumping it everywhere. It was leaking. But yeah, just for that pump, it was $700.
Yeah, I used to have this mobile mechanic. He was in Huntington Beach, a really good guy, and he would actually, I would drop off my boat, and he would drop it back off to me when he was done with it.
Well, that's good. But, yeah, other than that, that's the most I've ever had to put into that thing. I mean, it's got a, you know, 20-gallon fuel tank in it. But, yeah, that's...
we got Andy listening on the stream tonight.
Also, right after I got the engine fixed, I finally bought a new set of tires for it. The tires that were originally on it were 20 years old. 10 years before that, you know, they were starting to crack. And so I found a tire place that sold me inner tubes. I just put inner tubes in them.
Yeah, it's good answer to have tubes. Okay, yeah, that's good. You got 20 years out of it. So you still have this boat, right?
Oh, yeah.
I apologize. Whenever I type, it hits my hotkeys for changing my OBS live stream settings.
But it wasn't being used anymore, so I said, man, I might as well just sell it and, you know, get what I can out of it instead of it just getting to the point where it's worthless.
Well, you know, if I could afford it, I would sell this one, but I'd buy a pontoon boat.
That's what Eric has.
I mean, it's a lot easier to walk off the dock when you're, and the platform's, you know, level. It's not where you, like mine, you have to walk off and step down to get to the boat. Or the same way getting out, you got to climb up, you know, up out of the boat. And with a pontoon, I mean, it's straight across, so it saves a lot of exercise and wear and tear on the body.
Comment?
Told me his was a 24-footer, but those things are definitely wider than most boats.
Comment?
Yeah, go.
I know nothing about boats, but I'll be right back. I'm going to say goodnight to my daughter, K6EGG, and hello, Andy, that's listening on the stream. I don't know if he's home or not, but he's sandbagging.
Occasional Tuesday, as I recall. He was going to kind of do a remote thing. I guess he hasn't been able to do that.
No, he should be home by now. I'll be back.
Yeah, break out another 1,000, what boat stands for your information, Greg.
Yeah, well, I've been lucky, and I've been happy with ours. We got this from Galaxy Boat that used to have a dealership there on Beach Boulevard, kind of Westminster area. And we bought this, like I said, 20-some odd years ago. It was in 1990. And, yeah, I've been happy with it. Been low maintenance, and it's worked out fine for me.
That's great. Yeah, that's awesome. A lot of fun, that's for sure. My fish ski boat, I'm not a fisherman, never fished off it once. It had the fishing rails and all that other kind of stuff too. Have you ever heard of those things, those fish ski boats? You flip it around and it's a flat platform like a bass boat, and you turn it around the other way and you got the seats and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I've seen those. I used to go down to the Fred Hall fishing thing there in Long Beach, and I hadn't been there in a couple years. I had a friend that lived up in Fontana. He had a pontoon. And back when there used to be 7 to 8 of us. Well, there was more than that when we first started, 32 years ago, but it dwindled down just a few. But he had a pontoon, and I had mine. And he bought his new and everything, and like after the first year, I mean, he had problems with it every time we went up there, up to the hill. And he even took it up a month in advance to Big Bear Marina to have them adjust it and get it running and everything. And we take it out on the lake and it wouldn't run.
Oh, that'll ruin your day.
Yeah, so luckily me, I always carry my bag of tools and readjust they were supposed to do this, readjust the carburetors to make it run up there and everything, and I mean, it was sitting idle, but you put it in gear and go,
Yeah, I never had trouble, the guy that did my boat and everything, I never had troubles with it running up in Big Bear. It ran fine up there.
That's what I liked about mine. I mean, it was, when it ran down here, it ran fine. I drive it up, we pull it up the hill, and it run fine up there. I mean, it would do 15 to 20, wide open, when you're getting ready to come in. But I could put it at idle, a little bit less than idle, for trolling, and we used to troll up there all the time and never had a problem.
Yeah, mine was a Johnson Evinrude motor also. I think I had a 130 outboard on it, as I recall.
Yeah, so I'll get this thing going. I got to pull the battery out here. The battery's dead. I noticed yesterday that the engine kind of dropped a little bit, so I'm going to have to charge up the battery. I went to hit the button and it just didn't do anything, so I'm going to have to pull the battery, crawl up in there, pull the battery out, put a charge on it, get it back in there, and start cleaning the thing up again.
Are you going to take it out this summer?
Well, I plan on it. I'll probably pull it up the hill, get a permit for the weekend, and pull it up the hill, put it on the lake. I normally buy the year permit. It's basically cheaper to do that, because if I ever decide, if I went up 3 weekends, I'm paying like 3 times the amount of a year permit.
Are you talking about Big Bear still?
Yeah, that's the only place I really go.
Gosh, I don't remember the permit situation. It's been a while. I do remember last few times they'd take a look at your boat to make sure you didn't have any things on it, like that's going to cause a problem in the lake.
Yeah, barnacles. Yeah, when you go up, when you come off, they put a wire tag on it after they want to check it, and so the next day you come back and then they take the wire tag off. They don't have to, look at your boat. But mine still got the wire tag on it from the year before. And so if I go up, they just look at the wire tag, and I don't have to go through their things because I don't have barnacles in it. I don't put it in the in the ocean.
I was just gonna say, unless you're putting it in the ocean, you don't have to worry about that, right?
Well, that's true, but they don't know that. So if you don't have that wire on there where they checked it before, then you got to drive it back there, and you got to hook it up and go through all that routine.
When I first started going there, I never had to do that, but towards the end, they required us to do that.
Yeah, so when you came out, they should have put a long wire on it through your nose and then around the frame.
You think it's launched it right there at Lagunitas Lodge. That's where I stay at. I have a timeshare there. We used to have one, but their launch pad's not working anymore.
Yeah, Mary and I had one too, but then we stopped using it, and then you still got to pay the maintenance fees every year.
Right.
So we dumped it. We got rid of it.
Well, I used to have a RV. We'd go up to the Sacramento River and vacation up there, and 1,000 miles of the waterway. It was a lot of fun, but when gas started getting really expensive and driving an RV that only was getting 7-8 miles a gallon, it would get kind of like too much. That's when I really kind of discovered Big Bear and found out, like, hey, this isn't that far. It's not that, it's much cheaper to drive a car with my boat than to drive that RV up Sacramento. The price of that was the cost of my timeshare for the week.
Yeah, very true. Well, I had was a friend that passed away here. Him and his wife had a cabin up there, so we used to use. And then I found out my relatives, my wife's relatives had a cabin. So the last 5 years we were using that. They didn't cost us anything.
There you go. That's nice. I love it up there.
Yeah, now they sold it, so now I have to rent.
All good things have to come to an end, it seems like, huh?
Yeah, you got it. Well, I'm going to get off of here, and we're going to go in the house and get another cup of tea and maybe one of the fudge popsicles. KB6B again.
All right, David. Thanks a million for checking in and hanging out. Good talking to you. 73 WA6QXA.
73.
Anybody else on the frequency right now? WA6QXA, Keith, Long Beach. This is WA6QXA, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is processor on WA62XA 12345. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Processor off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Processor on 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Processor on 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Processor on 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. WA62XA on the side listening. WA62XA, barefoot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now running power, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Without power, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. WA62XA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anybody else out there? This is WA62XA listening. I am out here. Go ahead. Can you say that again? Sorry. Yeah, like everybody left for a while. Greg's supposed to be back here in a minute, so I was like testing my radio since I'm the only one here. Listen to the live stream. Hey, who is this? Levi, yeah. Hey, over there in Cyprus, right? Glad you checked in, yeah. I saw him in Ward. He's in Cypress too, and I tell him your situation and stuff like that. He might give you a hand on something. W6WWD Ward is a ham operator in Cypress. Yeah, he is. I tell him about you. He might give you a hand on some equipment. You never know. But he's a really good guy. He's got an X's license, and he's a great ham operator that hangs out here. I'm surprised he's not on here tonight. Pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, I'm watching it right now, and I'm not seeing you hit the signal. Yeah, I was checking it out. I'm running some power right now. I'm running about 180 watts. I try it without power, running about 45, and my signal is about 3 S units lower without it. Oh, you're at 5 watts? Are you still got that same problem with the power supply? What do you use for a power supply for that? Okay, so you're not having struggles with that one. Yeah, it's Greg, K6EGG. He's like using 9700. Roger, yeah. I'd say on this frequency, the people who hang out here, 75% of them have that radio. I'm one of the few that do not.
Hello, everybody. I'm back.
Okay, yeah.
Had to give some medicine to my sick daughter. What joy that was. 3-year-old with medicine.
I see that Greg's back. Hey, Greg, are you able to hear Levi? Hey, Levi, repeat your call sign.
I can hear somebody in there.
He's in Cypress.
Oh, you're the guy Keith was talking about. You. Do you have a copy on Greg K6EGG?
Yeah, Greg was getting back with you, seeing if you could hear him. Sometimes what I do is I just listen to that and turn the radio off. It's delayed maybe a second, but hey, it's a way of getting to hear if need be, you know what I mean? Slow. Give me your call sign slower one time, okay? I didn't get it all. Are you watching the live stream and listening to it there? All right, Levi, this is Keith still. Give me your call sign really slowly so I can write it down. I'm not getting it very thoroughly. Nice, that's a nice call. Okay, try it again, Greg. Try talking to Levi. He's now listening to your stream to maybe hear what you're saying.
Hey, Levi, it's Greg, K6EGG, from the city of Chino. I believe he said he was in Cyprus. Actually, I have some family that live down that area. Unfortunately, it's really, really difficult to hear you in my location. I can't remember what type of antenna Keith said you're running, but unfortunately, you're not making it over the hills to me. We got a lot of dirt in the way and stuff like that, so that might be part of it. But this is Greg, K6EGG. If I can get Keith to relay me his call letters.
W6 Quebec, Oscar X-ray, I believe.
W6 Quebec, Oscar?
My bad, Golf Oscar X-ray. My bad, Golf Oscar X-ray.
So W6GOX, is that correct?
Whiskey 6, Golf Oscar X-ray, that's what I have.
Is he watching the stream?
Yeah, he is watching the stream. He says he can hear you and everything too. Yeah.
Hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, by the way, Levi.
And give a thumbs up would be helpful too, right?
Oh yeah, anything's helpful at this point.
I'm kind of disappointed Andy didn't do any talking to us from his setup.
Andy was sandbagging. I did see him in the chat a few minutes ago, but he said he's going to be on another day.
He spent all that time getting the computer out and running, he never even used it on us.
Maybe he was enjoying his vacation.
Yeah, no doubt. So Ward and Don is raring to go with that software. They got it up and running. Did you catch that, Greg?
I did. I was just looking up Levi. I'm sorry if I say that wrong. Call letters and his location. He's actually right by my cousin's house, probably about a block away.
Hear that, Levi?
I'll be back in a second. Maybe she get back.
No worries, Levi. Yeah, Greg, he said he's on the side for a minute. He's on the phone. But at any rate, yeah. So for a few minutes, I was the only one on here, so I was doing a bunch of checking with my with your live stream, and with the linear off, processor on, processor off. So I was getting kind of a good feel how far to be from the microphone. So hey, what do you think? How am I sounding right now?
Good. You just have a little bit of mid-toniness sound, so you may want to roll that off a little tiny bit. Other than that, I think you would sound pretty much as good as you ever have.
Wow, that's funny because somebody else told me that too, and you've always been telling me I need to actually put some low tones into it, but now it's too much?
No, your mid-tones is a little too much. Like right around 1K or so is a little overbearing.
Okay, let me see if I can look at that and fix that.
You can kind of cheat by taking a little bit of mid out and adding a little bit of low.
Yeah, this might be a good time to do it if it's just you and me on the radio. I can get your help.
Yeah, take your time with it. Try to enjoy it. and listen to yourself on the stream, and you can see the difference and see what you like. Because somebody might like something that I don't like, and by all means, I'm no expert on how a radio should sound. So it's all to you, and maybe listen to yourself on the stream as well.
So my EQ2 is at 1500. Was that probably the mid?
1500 is like mid-high.
Well, it seems like I got one at 2800, 1500, one at 500. These are the, I don't know what they're called. Something, EQ1 bandwidth. No, sorry, EQ1 frequency.
You want the one in the center turned down. There should be 3 different ones, correct?
Yes, EQ1, EQ2, and EQ3 frequency. That's what they're called. PRM, TRC, EQ, frequency. Sound right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to turn the one that says 1500 down lower. Is that what you're saying to do?
Yeah, try that one down a little bit.
You say turn it down, just turn the frequency down, correct?
Turn the volume down from it. It should be gain for that particular frequency. If you have something you can turn the gain down versus not the frequency itself.
I have it on 0, so maybe go to negative.
Yeah, try it on negative. Everything on an EQ should not be turned up.
Okay, that's a -1, so maybe we can try it out. There's a -1.
I didn't hear too much difference.
There's a -3. Wait, maybe I need to press enter. -3.
Do it again. Talk again.
Testing 1, 2, 3. WA62XA.
To be honest, I didn't hear much of a change.
Do I need to change the actual frequency and get it off of 1500 and maybe lower it or something, or no?
Go all the way down. Do something drastic. See if that actually changes it.
Okay, that's a -18 right there. -18.
That's too much. I'd go back to where you were right before you changed it.
Okay, that's a -7 right there, -7. That's still not where I'd had it, but what do you think?
Go up a little bit more.
That's a -5,
Perfect. Stay right there. Now, do you have a low frequency?
I would assume that's frequency 500.
You are correct. Turn that baby up.
Okay, it was on 4, now it's on 10. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That actually is a little too much. I would actually back that down a little bit.
Okay, this is 7. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Where did you start it at?
I think I was right there, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Weird. It's like the frequency isn't low enough you're changing. Can you change the frequency itself?
It's at 500. I can change the frequency.
Go as low as you can.
Say again?
Go to the lowest frequency you can.
Okay, that's 100. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, now you sound like you got a little more bass in there.
Did I crank it a little bit?
Do a little bit.
You sound like you're a little high as far as your frequency. Can you tune in a little bit better? Get a little lower, testing 1, 2, 3.
By the way, if you guys are watching and you're new, hit the subscribe button. We're almost there. We're almost to 100.
3, 4, 5.
Now, I think the lows sound pretty good. You want to work on the highs a little bit? Maybe go to your highest frequency?
Okay, hang on. Okay, the highs is at 2800. It's at 7. Should I turn it down?
Turn the higher frequency up.
Okay, it was on 28, I think it was, and I put it to 32.
All right, turn the gain up on that a little bit.
Hey, if you're new to watching the stream, don't forget to hit.
7, now it's at 10, testing 1, 2, 3.
Hey, go ahead, testing 1, 2, 3, K6OS.
All right, give it a little bit more, Keith.
Real quick, give me a second. What do you think, Greg?
Give it a little bit more.
It's maxed out. 10 is max.
I kind of like that. You're punching now. Your voice sounds like it's punching through the noise a little more.
Okay, hey, Fred's in there now. Hey, Fred.
Yeah, you sound real good. Where's Ward at? But you're sounding real good there, Keith.
What out there?
Yeah, Roger, W6, WWD.
Yeah, you got your strip light hooked up yet?
Yeah, Roger, Roger.
Is on right now?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got it on about an hour or so ago, I think.
How do you like it?
You know what? I've seen a little bit of cleaning up, but it looks pretty good.
I know they look good, but when you can see how the receiver's cleaned up?
Yes. The receive looks like it's a tad bit. It's still too early, to tell 100%, but it definitely looks like it's cleaned up some of the noise.
So you're looking at the scope there. You can see from the scope.
QSL.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah. One thing I do notice though when I do turn on the amp, it trips into a low voltage. So that's interesting.
What do you mean? Low voltage comes up and then it comes up slowly?
Well, it just triggers the low voltage light on the cleaner slash the EMI RFI.
Oh, when you first turn it on.
When I key down, it'll tell me that the voltage looks like it dropped a little bit.
Oh, it's letting you know that the voltage dropped a little bit, right?
Roger.
Well, it does drop a little bit. I told you because I got AC meters on mine. It does drop when you key up.
Yeah. Well, anyway, but I put her on and hooked up the HF rig and the high-all stuff. So all the important stuff's hooked up. So yeah, we'll play with it and see what it looks like over the next couple of days.
Yeah, but the first indication told me your scope there, your scope is lower, right?
Yeah, that I did. Yeah, Fred, it did look like it cleaned up, and even when some of the appliances or some other lights in the house were on, it looks like it eliminated some of that, previous RF coming in, or the interference actually coming in through the scope.
Okay, those little tick things, are they still in there?
No, that's in the truck. That's it's funny.
We are one subscriber away from hitting 100. So if you're new to the channel,
in the
hit the subscribe button for me. You'll be the 100th subscriber. Just think about that. Go into a whole nother digit of subscribers. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Every 60 cycles or something, he was saying some waveforms you've seen in there.
Yeah, I haven't really seen it. But it did not eliminate the birdies on the HF on 20 meters that I got to track down.
Oh, okay. So, well, that tells me it's out in the atmosphere. It's not coming down to your AC power plug.
Oh, that's true as well. Yes, no, it's definitely somewhere. It's coming from somewhere else, and that's going to be the challenge is to go ahead and find that.
Yeah, the band's conditions are good on 75. Man, everybody's coming in loud, clean, and clear.
K6EGG. It's nice to hear you out on the frequency. I could barely hear you, but I got you in there. Thanks for joining in. Hopefully, in the coming months, maybe as you start to build your station, we'll be able to hear you a little bit better. And this is a good way that you can kind of hear everybody, at least what I'm hearing at my house. So thanks for listening in there.
Keith and Greg were talking. I don't want to interrupt them, but I'll be listening here. W6WWD.
Yeah, I hate to interrupt, but I forgot about that. I talked to you about a while ago about that trip light. I bet it looks pretty, too. Send me a picture of it when you got time. That trip light. Keep monitoring, but that helps you out. And that's a good one, too.
Yeah, QSL. I'll send you a photo of it.
All right, you guys done?
Yeah, we're done.
All right. Hey, Ward, like Levi was out there a minute ago. I'm hoping Phil's out there. Levi is W6GOX in Cyprus.
And he's going to raise his antenna up.
I was telling you about earlier. Levi, you still there?
He said he's on his roof right now, raising his antenna a few feet.
Oh, yeah, I talked to him earlier today, W6GOX. I talked to him earlier today.
And thank you for whoever subscribed right now. You just made me the 100th subscriber. I appreciate it.
I'm going to hook up with Ward because you guys are in the same city.
Now on to 200 or 500.
Your audio, it sounds good.
That's what Greg and I were doing. He was like tweaking it for me. Thank you, Greg. I'm getting some good compliments. Let me hand it over to Greg.
I have nothing to say. I think we could do a little bit more.
What did you do?
Is your processor on right now?
It is 5.
Turn it down a little bit.
Okay, stand at 2 now. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Now, do you have a compressor, or is that what the processor is?
Yeah, that's what the processor is.
I actually think you sound a little better right there. You're not over-modulated like you were a second ago, but you're a lot louder and clearer.
Yeah, Fred, I'll have to give you these settings, okay? And I'll have to give to you also word for your 991 Alpha if you're interested. I don't know how you guys think I sound, but I've been working on it with help of Greg.
I like it.
Sounds good to me, Keith.
Hey, Ward, you seem a little bit off frequency to me.
Well, I wasn't sure where everybody's at. I'm at 250.08. I can tune you guys up.
I have to tune down to 2497, I think, to get you.
Well, I'm at 250.10, but, the problem is chasing everybody. Fred's different, you're a little different, so I just kind of park it and leave it where I think I can understand everybody the best.
Copy that. You sound like it's like a weird sound. You sound like super bassy. You sound clear, but you sound like a AM radio station almost.
I sound bassy tonight. I didn't make any changes from last night.
It's just because to me, I'm not saying to anybody else, you're a little bit off frequency.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Well, no, I've kept my settings as is, and I think they're doing okay according to the scope. They seem to be very crisp, and well, anyway, I won't hog it up, but good hearing from you.
And if you're watching the screen, watching the stream, I'm gonna slide down 8 KCs and give me a 10 count.
You want a 10 count from me?
Yeah, so am I off frequency now? Because now you sound perfect.
You sound a little deeper than normal, but it definitely sounds okay to me.
Yeah, so I don't know if anybody listening on the stream, but you can see the difference from where I was up. I was up 8 more KCs. I'll slide back up. All right, I'm back.
Okay. All right. Well, any difference with a little extra power?
Actually, it got worse.
The audio got worse?
Yeah, you sound more off frequency now. And it's just me. So I'm tuned to those 2 other guys. So that might be part of it.
Yeah, roger that. Okay. No problem at all. Yeah, just it's back down to just the radio itself. So,
Okay, I'll be listening, guys. 73 W6WWD.
Let me see if Levi came back. Levi, you out there? W6GOX. Levi, you out there? I guess he booked. Oh, well. Back to you guys. WA62XA.
Hey, Keith, he's in the chat on YouTube. He said he's on his roof right now, raising his antenna a few feet. So maybe he's trying to get over the hump a little bit.
I love this kid, man. Boy, this guy's like 15 years old. He's like into it.
well, roger that. Well, good deal. Well, I'm sure he'll do very well in the hobby.
He's raising his antenna as we speak. That's pretty cool.
And by the way, I just hit 100 subscribers right now. 100.
Is that where you get to start getting paid?
I think at like 1,000 or something like that, I can start getting something. But I'm not really doing it for that. I just more interested about promoting this a little bit than anything.
Well, if it gets to the point where it goes to a commercial every 2 minutes, I'm going to shut it off.
I can turn that on if you want.
No, thank you. That's so annoying to me, I tell you.
There's ways around that.
There is?
Yeah, if you pay for service, like to have the lowest service plan, like the music or whatever, it won't. Those spots won't show up.
Yeah, I just hit the right button a minute ago.
Excellent, thank you.
All right, everybody, I'm going to check out for the evening. Hope you all had a good Memorial Day, and we'll catch you later this week, I'm sure. 73, everybody, W6WWD.
Contact. Contact.
Go ahead, comment.
Contact. Can everybody check in? I got a couple people listening to you guys right now. Where's everybody at? Go ahead.
WA62XA, Chief, Long Beach.
K6EGG, City of Chino. If you're watching on the stream, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
Where are you from, Fred?
I think more people are watching us on the stream than we are in radio land.
Yeah, David, Garden Grove.
Fred, where'd you go?
I'm on HF right now.
You gonna check in?
Wasn't he the one that wanted everybody to check in?
Yep. So, David, there's this guy, Levi, he's 15, he's W6GOX, and he's, I guess he's on his roof right now, raising his antenna, but he's 15 years old, he's a technician, I talked to him just today, he's working on his general's license. Is that your logbook, Greg?
What's that?
Was that your logbook you were showing?
That's exactly what I was just going to say. I've basically have 2 pages full of people going through. I'm going to eventually make this a little bit neater, but yeah, we got quite a few. It's like up to 40 people that have breezed in and out of this frequency, and probably about 10 or so, maybe 15 normal guys.
I'm one of the abnormal guys.
If you want to be the abnormal guy, that's cool with me.
There's not a whole lot normal about me.
Yeah, what is normal these days?
I couldn't tell you.
Sure, somebody would argue what the normal is now. But I definitely hear you on that. And it's by the way, if you guys see me on the stream looking over my shoulder here, man, it is a beautiful sunset right now. It is amazing looking, golden sky right now.
From my vantage point, I can't see it unless I leave the room. But you seem to be always able to see it really nicely from your room.
Oh yeah, I got a little tiny view of Sunset Ridge, and I can look towards the north for the most point. I do have a house in the way, but I could definitely see out and then look at the sky.
Levi says the view is great from my roof.
Oh, I bet it is. Oh yeah, he said they're watching. I didn't look on the chat there. Hopefully you'll be hearing a little. Your ears will be better up there with the antenna being a little bit higher. How many more feet are you putting it up?
I don't know. Is he out there yet, or is he still on the roof?
He's in the chat. Can you see the chat on the YouTube?
Yeah, I saw that. Said he was on the roof.
Funny story here. When I have a subroof and then my main top roof. I was putting one of the actually this antenna up before I put it up really high. I put it up. I accidentally kicked the ladder away and I got stuck up on my roof, and I didn't have my phone with me.
Yikes.
And my wife was at work. Luckily, she came home like about 20 minutes later.
I was going to say, you didn't jump?
Oh, no. I wouldn't want to break anything. It was all concrete and rocks.
How far do you figure your antenna is from the ground, the base?
And from the tip to the ground is probably close to 40 feet, maybe a little bit more.
So when you say the tip, the top of it, what about the base?
Probably about 30 feet from the base.
Okay, that's not bad.
No, it's up there a ways. Although the wind kind of did a little damage to it. And I do have somebody that can put up an antenna now. But I'm going to hold off and see how long I'm going to be out of work for this surgery deal I got to do here in a few weeks.
Oh, so you found somebody?
Yeah, it's actually a company does it professionally for commercial buildings. They might do it on a couple of guys might do it as a side job.
Oh, cool. Hopefully they'll give you a good rate.
Me too. Maybe I'll bribe him with some smoked meat as well.
How'd you find these guys?
I've worked with the owner before he passed away on entertainment shows. They're basically they're a company that supply commercial radios for businesses like taxi services. They also have some government contracts as well as hotels, stuff like that. They also own hilltop repeaters and buildings too as well.
I think there's a company out in Santa Ana that sells commercial radios. Is that the place you're talking about?
No, this one's in Paramount, but I prefer not to say the name on the air to get anybody in trouble.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
But I will text you the name of it.
Roger that.
Man, you sound so much better. Now we got to get you a little better microphone.
Well, that was the whole intent, is hopefully making this thing work.
Well, you definitely sound a lot better than you did. Now, if you get a stand and boom and something to keep the vibration down, kind of like what I got here with the little rubber bands, that's going to make a heck of a difference.
I have it on a stand right now, but I don't have it on the boom because so far I got to be about 2 feet away from it. It would be nice if I could put it on a boom and get the thing closer to my face where I'm not having a lot of background noise being picked up. Although this is a pretty directional microphone.
Yeah, depends on every microphone's going to sound different. Like the microphone I'm talking to right now, the RE20, this has a special feature to it that's very unique to this microphone. It's called variable D technology. Basically, it doesn't change my voice too much as I get closer or further away. Like I'm moving in and out right now. The volume of my lows does not change that much comparably. Now, if you did that on your microphone there, it'd be a lot different. You'd probably sound like this if you're right on it, versus I'm like right next to it right here. Now I'm 3 inches away, and I sound almost exactly the same.
I adjusted about 3 kCs up, and you sound better to me, so I must have had you not dialed in very well.
Maybe. I mean, you sound good right here.
Yeah, I went about 3 kCs up, so I'm sure it affected my modulation.
Yeah, so I think maybe with the sun going down might be changing the band a little bit. I've had that happen before. Yeah, well, now I want to see if you get a better microphone there. That's going to really make a difference in your station.
Well, I can't wait to listen to it and see how much of a difference it really does make.
Well, you can on the stream compare it to other nights that you had your old microphone on.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Even just before, early in the stream tonight, so later on, where you helped me tweak it.
Yeah, you sound a lot more natural now. I know when Ward made a bunch of different audio changes, he really improved the way he sounded. Tonight he was a little bit off frequency for me, but when I tuned him in, he just sounds very natural and very loud.
Yeah, exactly. Do I sound punchy enough to make it out to your way?
Oh, yeah, you sound great, man. Night and day compared to, your stock microphone.
All right, I'm going to take a standby for about a minute and just listen to it real quick, okay, on the live stream?
Sure, no problem. K6EGG for ID here in the beautiful city of Chino. And if you're new to the stream, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you're old to the stream, hit the subscribe button. K6EGG Chino.
I think there's a breakout there. Go ahead, Breaker.
This is Whiskey 6 Golf Object. Greg, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Nice, okay, I got it up at least 10 more feet, so that's good. I think I got some more people.
That made a difference. I don't have any signal on you, but I can definitely pick out your audio, so that 10 feet made a heck of a difference there.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I got that. That's great now. Now I just got to figure out a more permanent way. So I caught up there.
I'm going to turn my preamp on, see if I can bring you in a little better. Want to give me a 5 count?
Sure. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 36, 0.
Oh yeah, man, that made a heck of a difference. Just think if you had some more power, what you'd be doing. So good change what you did there, man.
Yeah, I only got 50 watts on my 991, so max I got is 50 watts, but I'll try to make it better, get a better antenna.
Copy that. What type of coax are you using?
I'm using not very good, and it's more than 100 feet, so there's some loss. I think it's around 125 feet, so there's a good amount of loss in there. But it's RG, it's the super thin one. It's not great.
Yeah, I would upgrade your coax before your antenna, because you can get a ton of loss. I'm running right now. I'm in the same situation you're in. I have a 100-foot run, and I have LMR 400, and I'm losing about 30% of my power through my coax. So just think what your 50 watts is probably only getting, let's say, 20 to 30 to the antenna. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, I have some distance mirroring coax. I don't know what size it is. It's a little thicker, and it's less loss, so I'm going to try to put that up tonight.
There's a website that you can calculate your loss, the exact numbers. I could probably pull that up for you.
Yeah, I have it just set up so it looks the most clean from the garage up around underneath the eaves and all the rest of the roof. So I think if I make it a little more direct, I can use sort of correct and do it less loss stuff.
If you go to kv5r.com, there should be a coax loss calculator. You could probably make up a lot of gain just on changing your coax. I mean, I know you're probably not, I don't know what your work situation or money situation is, but I'd do that before you get a new antenna, be honest with you.
Roger, yeah. I mean, what was the website? It was Kilo Bravo 5 Romeo?
KB5R, Kilo Victor 5 Romeo.com.
Gotcha, Kilo Victor 5 Romeo.com. Thanks so much, I'll check that out. And yeah, I'm going to put up some less rough stuff right now. I got the ladder out.
Breaks there. Hey, Levi. Yeah, I could tell a difference.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I got it up about 10 feet. I'm going to put some less lock coax up there.
You gained 1 or 2 dB on my S meter.
Roger. Yeah, you're about you're S9 signal on my S meter.
Very cool. So how long do you get to borrow this 991 Alpha?
I'm not sure. They're looking at the 9700 as my next home radio for 6. I only got the 300, and I was going to get looking at the 9700 for this size microwave, and I'm pretty knocked up.
The only bummer about that is you don't have any HF, but that's a sweet radio.
I mean, yeah, I mean, HF's cool, but I mean, I'll see. I think that's actually more simple than the 991. So I'm actually just looking right now. I gotta get a job still. So I don't have my work in there yet, but I'm working on that. And hopefully after the summer I can get a job and I can get a better radio.
Is this W6GOX?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just got off with Canada. I've been talking to Canada and Oregon and everything.
Roger on APEX?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you're about what is that, 10 over on my S meter over here, Texas.
Yeah, dude, will you listen the whole night out here tonight?
No, I got on about an hour ago, but then I had to move my antenna out to about 10 feet.
Could you hear everybody or no?
I can hear Steve and I can hear Greg a little bit, and I can hear you really well.
But you didn't hear the guys in Chino, huh?
Who's out in Chino?
Yeah, he can hear me now.
This is HF right now.
The quarantine thing should be up as long as somebody doesn't make it linger.
That's HF right now. Clearance coming when you got a good antenna set up there on HF here.
Well, when I get home from work, she should be here by 2.
Yeah. How you like that? Is that pretty clear? Where'd you go, W6GOX?
I'm still here. I didn't know if you called me.
Yeah, I was talking to you. So you couldn't hear the Chino at all, huh?
No, I can hear him a good amount.
You could hear Greg and Chino?
Yeah, he's not showing up in my S meter, but I can hear him. He's way in there.
Okay, Keith, did Curtis come on Apple Valley, the high desert tonight, or no?
No Curtis so far, and yeah, I don't know if you caught it, but Levi left for a little while because he raised his antenna by about 10 feet, and he made a big difference. Now he can hear Greg, and he's probably 2 units higher for me even right now, so he made a big difference just going up 10 feet.
Who was that?
Levi, W6GOX, the guy you're talking to.
Oh, he raised his antenna up 10 feet.
Yeah, just now, just a few minutes ago.
Hi, Fred.
Went up 2 F units?
For me, he did.
Okay.
And now he can hear Greg, and Greg can hear him, so that's pretty cool stuff.
Oh, he couldn't at first, huh?
Nope. So you keep leaving, so you're missing a show.
I miss a lot of shows. Show and go.
You asked us to check in, then you split, and you didn't even check in.
Well, I've been all over talking to Canada and Oregon and Washington and here and there, and I got a whole bunch of people up north watching the YouTube streaming. I'm generating all that if you don't know about. So next week or tomorrow night, these guys will be texting on their computer from up north.
All right. I mean, you're just you told us all to check in, and then you didn't even check in. That's the only thing.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I told Whiskey 6GOX he better check in tonight, or else.
Yeah, I spoke to him too, and he did. He followed through, and he's like doing a great job.
So he learned something tonight. Raising an antenna up, his signal came up.
Quite a bit.
That's good.
He gets the award for Best Improved Station tonight.
What was that there? I wasn't paying attention. What was that, Greg?
He gets the award for Best Improved Station tonight.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Yeah, I got in the middle of a conversation. That was something all of a sudden that came out of my mind here. He told me about earlier today, and I forgot all about his line conditioner there.
Just think if he changed out his coax antenna, how much better he would sound.
Well, he's got to move his antenna away from that palm tree.
I didn't know there was a palm tree involved.
Yeah, it's like 1 foot away.
Are we talking about the same person here?
Yeah, we're talking about Warren.
Who?
Who were you talking about?
Levi.
Oh, no. I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about Whiskey 6, Whiskey Delta. He's got his antenna right next to a palm tree.
I don't know what conversation I'm involved with now.
Coax switch setup now. You like it? Try to make it simple as possible for you.
I'm pretty happy with it. That was a big achievement, for sure. So thanks for that help on that.
Well, I'm going to draw you another better somatic, real nice and clean, and I'll bring it over to you, and then I'll draw the other one with when you add your amplifier, your other one in there.
Well, the one that you drew from me did the trick, and I understand it now. Let me ask a quick question to Levi. Levi, what kind of coax you running right now?
It's 101, just about, let me get my calipers out real quick.
Does it say RG8 on it, or RG58, or something like that on it?
Yeah, I think it's RG58. It's about 5.3 millimeters, about 5.3 millimeters thick.
Yeah, if you can spring from LMR 400 at least, you'll make a big difference.
And do I sound any better to you now?
Yeah, stuff. I don't know if it's my 400 or not, but it's definitely substantially thicker. So I'm going to put that up tonight, see how much of a feeling I get.
Oh, you already have some better stuff?
The funny story, I found it when I was at a park. It had no TL69 ends on it, but it was completely working, and it was just on the ground, and it had no ends on it. So I was going to, I put ends on it, and I'm going to try to string that up and get that up there.
So do you like electronics?
Yeah.
Awesome. You know what? I'm really impressed with you and what you're doing. You know, so keep up the good work. You know, we need people like you.
Yeah, I got a couple friends. I know another kid out in Whittier. I think Mikey K6EGG. He's mostly on repeaters. But yeah, he's 16. He's over in Whittier.
Does he have sideband?
No, I don't think so. He runs all motor radio.
Oh yeah, commercial radios. Yeah, a lot of people do repeaters because they don't know about the sideband stuff. But sideband is a lot of fun. It's like, you know, simplex.
Definitely. It's a lot of fun. I even have a little St. Nosy Aggie that I'm from fox hunting with. But yeah, pretty fun.
Does that coax that you've found, does it tell you what it is? Because they usually are labeled on there.
It's labeled. I don't know where I put it. I recently cleaned my workshop in here, and I don't know where I put it, so I got to really look for that, and then I'm going to try to clean that up tonight.
All right, well, just don't fall off the roof in the dark.
I won't. I got lights out there.
Comment?
Okay, I'm going to try to clean it up. W6GOX.
Comment?
Go ahead, comment.
Levi, do you hear me any better right now? I boosted up my power to 200 watts.
I can hear you a lot better now. You're coming. I have my what is that? I have my digital noise reduction on, so I can hear everyone a lot better now.
Okay, cool. I also added some power too, so I doubled my power output. I was running barefoot 100 watts from my. I have a 9700, by the way, and I love that radio.
Yeah, I've heard great things about it. I'm just running the 991, not the Alpha model.
Copy that. Thanks for the comment here.
Yeah, Levi, if that's the direction you want to go to, I'm not stirring you against it, especially if you're into the microwave stuff and all that stuff. In fact, I'm thinking of getting a 9700 myself one of these days.
Yeah, I mean, I love Yaesu. I know a lot of people. I'm part of a repeater system that's Yaesu's Infusion. It's called the TIN system. And I've heard a lot of guys who very much dislike the Icom customer service. And I was like by Yaesu, so I could just bring myself there.
Oh, yeah, you're just down the street.
Yeah, my handy copy was broke a couple times already, and I just tried it over there and fixed it right up.
Oh, that's great. Good news.
I might slide to 5.2 for a few minutes. There's somebody who's watching on the stream that does not have sideband capabilities, but he wanted to see if we can reach each other.
Are you going to slide over there for a minute, you saying?
I might. I'm trying to see if he wants me to slide up to 5.2 right now, but he didn't answer me back. Been trying to get more interaction on the chat tonight. There we go.
Meet up with Ward. He's like in Cypress too.
Well, Roger, is he out here right now, or is he not?
You and him miss each other. I think when you split for that phone call, or maybe when you're doing your antenna, he was on here, then he left. So but he's usually on here on the night. So come out again. I'm sure you guys will line up.
Yeah, I'll be out here tomorrow. Are you guys out here every day?
Pretty much in the evenings, yeah.
I'll try to hop on tomorrow night. Is that 7 o'clock? Because I had a late dinner, so I got on around 8.
Yeah, 7-ish. By the way, do you know what the bozo net is?
Say that again?
Do you know what the bozo net is? Have you ever heard of them?
No, I don't think so.
Greg, you want to explain?
Go for it. I'm in the chat right now on YouTube.
So,
there's a sideband net called the Bozo net, okay? And they do a Bozo net on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. and Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. And so what they do, you get issued a number, like I'm 857. So if you want to become one, you just check in and they'll give you a number. And so when you go on to their net night, you just yell out your number and then they check you in like that. It's not one of those kind of nets where you have to hang out for 2 hours just to say hello. You know, you check in and there's about 900 plus people in this Bozo single sideband 2 meter, well not just 2 meter, but sideband net throughout California basically.
Where are they at? What frequency are they on this one or some different?
Yeah, 144240. That gentleman David that was on here earlier, did you get to hear him?
I don't think I heard him. 144640, correct?
Wrong. 144.240. Anyway, David is one of the, he's the one that's net controller on Sundays. Then they have somebody different on Wednesdays. So come out Wednesday for sure on 144240 and just say you're new, you're wanting to get a Bozo number. That's, it's no big deal at all. We all got Bozo numbers. So we always check in, then we'll come back here and, shoot the rest of the evening,
Yeah, good. Yeah, what time is that? I go to another net on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. It's the Southern California Emergency Simplex net.
Oh, cool. That's a good one to be involved with. 7 p.m. If you get there right at 7 p.m., that's the best time to be there because it's before it gets busy and stuff like that. So maybe get there about 6:58 where you're ready to go when they first check in and just say, I'm needing a Bozo number, I'm new, that type of thing. They'll issue one and you can leave pretty much. Or you can hang out and listen to what everybody else check in, that kind of stuff, It's 144240 on Sundays and Wednesday nights, okay? Now let me say this. On those nights, we jump up to 144270 because we used to bleed over on 144240 at this frequency because Dave, for example, he's like 15 minutes away from us and we're bleeding on him and vice versa. So out of courtesy, we're like going up to 144270 on Sundays and Wednesdays from 7 to 8. Make sense?
Yeah, I think I got that all written down. Well, yeah, thanks for that. I'll see if I can get it in there Wednesday.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, It's some of those nets that takes you an hour or 2 hours of your time. You check in, you can hang out and check out people else checking in, or you can just split, So it's totally up to you. So, yeah, being a sideband guy, we encourage getting a Bozo number.
Yeah, I'll try to get there right at that time. Well, yeah, it's funny. I'm going to go look for that coax and start stringing up right now. I'll talk to you later. W6GOX.
All right, Levi. Pleasure. W6GOX. This is WA6QXA. Stain 73.
And Keith, there's somebody that's in the chat right now. He doesn't have a 2 meter sideband capable radio, but hopefully he'll be getting one. It looks like he travels between, I think he said he's in Irvine. He travels between Riverside and Joshua Tree. So it'd be nice to have another person aboard. There's a lot of people on here that would love to chat, and it seems to be getting a little more popular here and there. So it's nice to have people coming out.
Yeah, was it last night that was like hopping where we got Elliot and Dennis or something like that? Was that last night? That was a good night.
Yeah, that was, it's been pretty popular lately, which I was surprised with the weather getting better it is. So, but it's definitely pretty good. I just wish I had more nights to do streams.
That guy that's in your chat, does he want to go over and talk on the FM side?
No, he doesn't have his radio by him right now, so it's not possible. But maybe in the future, if I pop on here and he's on, I can slide up there and see if I can hear him. I think he said he's down at Irvine. It's too far up the chat here.
What I was thinking of doing, maybe I'm repeating myself, but going on the Bozo net and find all the people that are local here and just send them an email to tell them about this frequency to come and check us out,
Or even better, have Dave, say something on there. I know he has in the past, but I don't know. Maybe you can get some guys on here or whatever.
Yeah, that's helpful too. You know, any publicity helps. Like I saw a guy in South of Whittier. He should, you know, it's on the Bozo net. He's kind of newer. He's got like a 900 number or a late 800 number, as I saw, and a few other people. So I just figured, like, hey, maybe I'll give him an email just saying hi and just letting you know that we got this going on down here. Join us if you feel like it. Yeah, go.
The better stuff I got is RG8X, and the thinner stuff I got, I think, is right here. It is, I don't even know. I bought it from the electronics shop. I'm not even a ham shop, so I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, 8X is okay. It's not that special, though. Well, here's the deal. Save that stuff because that works for HF if you ever go to HF. It's not as critical. But up here, 2 meters and 440, you need some pretty good stuff. Otherwise, you're going to get pretty major line loss. Greg, can you embellish that?
I couldn't hear what, was it 8X he has?
What you're getting. When you said you found some of that coax cable on the ground, they were kind of laughing. You can use that for that old coax cable for radios or something else. Buy yourself some good high quality coax cable. And the other thing, if you're making it up yourself, when you go to HRO or any ham shack or wherever you buy one, there's different kind of TL259s. You got the regular ones that are like $250 or something like that. And then you got the other ones that cost $5, $5.50 or $6 a piece. Those are silver. You want to buy the silver connections for better continuity, better connection.
Roger, yeah. This one I'm running currently is it's Romeo Golf 5-8 Alpha Stroke Uniform.
5-8?
Yeah, it's RG58.
Yeah, too small. Yes, I figured you had that. When he said 8 rows off, I knew it was going to be 58. That's too small.
Yeah, I'm going to bring up this RG8X today.
I don't even like that coax cable. Okay, if you do a check, you know what dielectrics are? Dielectrics?
I think so.
Okay, well, when you look at the coax cable, look at HRO and look at the thing, it'll say dielectrics, and then it'll give you a number. That number will be anywhere from 70, that's a low number, and the higher number means it's better, and the highest number, I think, is about 97. So the higher the number, the dielectrics, the better the coax cable.
Roger. Well, thanks so much for that. Yeah, I'm going to try to put this slightly better cable up right now.
It's
Comment?
a lot more money, but if you're interested in the hobby, you want to transmit and receive like we're doing and talk far like we are doing, because that's what we're running. Because you're not going to hear these other stations out like we are, because you're going to have what they call too much line loss.
Comment? Levi, what type of coax are you running again?
I'm running RG58 currently. I'm trying to put up some RG8X right now.
Just to let you know, you're running 125 feet. Do you have connectors in line?
The connect is it's a DNC too, so that's probably not good. But it's a barrel connector right at 100 feet, and then there's an extra 25 length on the end. I just put that on to give it up the extra 10 feet.
Just to let you know, you're getting 52% signal loss with that compared to LMR 400, which is right around 28 to 30% loss. And with that connector in line, you're probably losing at least a dB.
Roger. Yeah, I'm going to see if there's another way so I don't have to string it out to a little Zen, which is on the complete opposite side of the house, and then string it up. I'm going to figure out another way to get up there with less line.
And if you get less line, try to get thicker line like LMR 400. That will make a bigger difference than getting a better antenna.
Roger. I'll look for that LMR 400. I'll put that out of HRO probably.
Try to do it all one piece. I'm sure all these guys would agree with me on that one.
I didn't know he was good. I didn't know he's running the coax cable that long. Holy smokes! You got so much line loss, you don't know how much line loss you got.
Exactly. That's why I got to figure out a better way to get it up there. This is the cleanest way I can right now, but I think I just thought of another way, so I'm going to try that out tonight.
Well, there is Because after that, even with LMR 400, you start to get a lot of line loss. And you're running 58, he looks at 52%. You know, so you could be running 100 watts, and at the end of the 10, maybe you might be getting 48 out.
Right. I'll look at that LMR 400. I'll try to buy some of that in the coming weeks, see if I can get enough money from mowing lawns and whatnot.
You're going to get your money from who?
Come again?
Where'd you say you're going to get your money from?
Mowing lawns and such, or other means.
Okay, well, yeah. Do that, yeah.
Well, I'll talk to you later. I'll see if I can do it for now. I'm going to try to get that up right now before it gets too late.
Okay, catch you later. K6 West.
Catch you later. W6GOX. See you now.
Whoa, that's a lot of line loss.
That's what I was saying, man. He was talking about getting another antenna. If he invested in coax, it would double his signal.
Oh, yeah, and his receive.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Woo! There might be some of this type of stuff laying around that we could, like, help him out with, you know. This guy's a 15-year-old kid. I'm pretty proud of him.
Oh, he's only 50 years old?
1-5. He got his license at 13. He's 15. He's got his tech, and he's working on his general license. So I feel like I'd like to help the kid out.
I'll help him out. Me and you can help him out. Wow, that's great.
Yeah, doesn't that kid sound like he's got it together with this stuff?
Yeah, that's good. He's learning electronics at an early age. They're great. I don't know how he got involved. How did he get involved in this?
I don't know, but when I talked to him today, found out he got his license, his tech license at 13.
Real quick, if anybody new out there listening, jump in and subscribe if you can, and jump in the chat. Say hi.
And if he could set up his situation like you said, where he can keep his liner around 50 feet, he's way better off than running 110 feet. Goodness gracious.
Yeah. I'm glad Greg put that out, because I got on the tail end of the conversation. I was going to 75 meters and back. I didn't realize he was running that much line. Holy smokes, when I heard that when Greg was asking him, I about fell out of my chair.
And BNC connectors.
Fred, relax. I'll relax. I almost had a heart attack.
And he's running BNC connectors. Think about that for a second, with a 50-ohm barrel in the middle.
Yeah.
Coax alone will double his signal, guaranteed.
Right. And he'll receive like you won't believe it, and all of a sudden he'll wake up.
Screw the antenna. His antenna is probably doing okay compared to the coax.
Well, what kind of antennas he got? I don't know. I didn't hear.
I think he is probably equivalent to a GP1, because he told me it's a 5-footer.
GP1.
He told me. He didn't know exactly what it was. He says like 5 feet, so I'm thinking it's a GP1. I used to have the GP3, which is the model up from that, which was about 6.5 feet. So I have a feeling he has like a GP1 or equivalent.
So what grade of school would be? He'd be an eighth, or almost a freshman, 9th grader, right?
He's probably 9th, maybe close to 10th grade, between 9th and 10th.
Not 10th for 15.
Well, I don't know. I started driving when I was a sophomore.
I was driving when I was a freshman.
He's probably 9th, 10th grade, right around there. He's definitely not junior high.
Wow. Well, how did he get interested in ham radio to get his license? That's what I wonder. What ticked him off to that?
This is K6EGG, the same thing that we all were interested in, the ham radio license.
And what was that?
This is Gabe, K6EGG. What made you interested in ham radio?
I started out as I was driving truck, and I wanted to talk to the other truckers.
Oh, so you started out as CB just like I did, right?
Yeah, I was driving a big diesel truck. I had my chauffeur license when I was 16.
Yeah, I wanted to be able to talk to the cars too. I was driving around. When I was going cross country, I thought it was really cool talking to the truckers. This is K6EGG.
Yeah, but I was a trucker.
Well, you were just cool. I thought the truckers were cool, man.
My first run was Death Valley when I was 16 years old. Ran out to Death Valley every night out there. And I remember when I come over to the top of Cajon Pass, the only radio station I could hear was KFI, and I had a big 108-inch whip, put a big antenna on my truck so I could pick that one up so I could hear KFI. But after a while, you get tired of listening to KFI every night. You know, I couldn't get any other station. You know, and then later on they came up with, 4-track and 8-tracks, and I put that in my truck. But back in those days, the trucks ran rough, and my tapes got all screwed up in my truck, you know. So then I got a CB radio so I could talk to truckers out there. So it was between the CB radio and KFI.
Yeah, there weren't much choices back then. I remember when if you didn't put a CB radio in your car, man, you just weren't with everything. And if you were running a full gallon at your home station, that was really cool.
I still got my original radio down in the garage. It's a Radio Shack Navajo. And I got a Radio Shack walkie-talkie. Crystal control.
Yeah, I've had my CB, my original 21 channel radio, whatever it was. But I gave it away. It didn't work anymore, so I donated it away. Haven't looked back since.
I remember when the first ones came out, Johnson, Blackface, and it was only 6-channel radios. We only had 5 and 6 channels. And I got a CB license. I still got it somewhere. I got a CB license from the FCC.
Comment?
This was KARA 1277.
I used to know mine. I think the last numbers are 5377. I got to get it. I was going to take it and frame it up on the wall.
Yeah, I was throwing away some documents that I just found it like a month or two ago. I didn't throw it away though. But anyway.
Comment?
I got hooked into ham. I was a CBer for 2 years, and my neighbor 2 houses down and we were just fighting each other because they had linears and stuff like that, so we were just agreed over against each other. And I finally got fed up where I just said, man, if I spend my time learning code and studying ham license, I could be like a ham and not a CBer, and there's not a thing you can do about it. Back in those days, they had ham schools. I went to night ham school for 6 months, and I, learned code and all that kind of stuff. Radio Shack album, I learned the code, and yeah, I went straight for my general's license. I was a senior in high school.
Comment?
Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
Real quick, I don't think I've ever made contact with Gabe there. This is Greg, K6EGG. Just want to say hello.
Gabe, did you copy Greg just now?
No, unfortunately I didn't. The repeater's going gangbusters right now. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just unlink it. So, because it's interference, I heard him come on, but then the repeater came on. So I'm just going to unlink it. Give me a second.
Repeater?
He owns Cypress D-Star Repeater.
Oh, that's the guy you guys were talking about. I don't think I've ever talked to him.
He's a great guy. He helped me so much loading up my D-Star radio, my 7100, because I was struggling with that RT software. He took the time. I sent him my SD card information, and he took it, and he sent it back to file, loaded it up for me. I put it in my radio. It worked after I spent so much time trying to get that RT stuff to work. So he's a good guy.
Excellent. Love to chat with him. I'm going to sign off here in a few minutes, but I definitely wanted to say hello to him. I'll keep the stream up, though, for a little bit.
This is K6EGG, I'm back. I unlinked the repeater.
Can you hear Greg now? Greg wanted to say hi to you and meet you.
Yeah, conversation. I can pick him up. He's like 5'9" plus.
Copy. I've heard about you, but I've never actually talked to you. This is Greg, K6EGG. I'm out in the city of Chino. I don't know if you have YouTube, but I'm also streaming this right now, so if you want to jump in and take a look at that as well.
Okay, that was K6EGG. What was the first prefix?
It's Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. K6EGG.
Got it. Yeah, I I get on here every now and then, but I've got a repeater nearby, and when it's a 2-meter repeater. When it activates, it kind of just trashes anything coming in. So yeah, I've heard about you too, and I heard about the streaming too. So yeah, it was great to meet you. It's great to meet you.
Excellent. I'm going to take off. I'm going to not talk on the radio anymore tonight, but I'm going to keep the stream up. So it was great finally getting to talk to you finally there, Gabe. This is great, K6EGG, and for everybody else on frequency, Keith, Fred, and I think there's somebody else I'm spacing right now. But have a good evening. This is great, K6EGG from the city of Chino, 2 miles north of the Chino airport.
All right, Greg, hey, 73 to you. We'll talk to you later. I'm going to hang just for a few more minutes, and I'm going to get off myself. I got to go to work tomorrow morning. But at any rate,
for those of you watching on the stream, looks like there's a whole 5 of you. I will keep the stream going for a little bit longer, and I'll probably keep it on for another 15, 20 minutes or so. And I'm hoping to be back on Wednesday. I got to work tomorrow night, unfortunately. So you guys all take care. Have a good evening, but keep watching the stream. K6EGG, Greg. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down there somewhere. See ya.
Yeah, definitely. I used it a little bit today. I talked to a few people, strangers, and Don was on there. Don's using your repeater a lot, so it's kind of cool. I go on there and I find Don up there. And I spoke to Ward a little bit on there for a couple seconds, too. So I was taking advantage of it today a little bit.
Good. Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad you got it, and I was more than happy to help you get those memories set up. You might... So I had the repeater, I'm authorized to put out 20 watts effective radiated power on it, but I was only putting out 10 watts because, up until recently, not many people were using it, so I went up to full power, so it's radiating 20 watts right now, so you might be able to hear it a little bit better tomorrow.
Well, maybe, does that mean it might receive and transmit better, or what does that mean?
Well, when we ran that test last week, the repeater was echoing back, your transmission, but you weren't hearing it. So there's a chance now that, it's basically 3 dB gain. It went from 10 watts to 20 watts, so it's basically 3 dB on the transmit. So there's a chance that you'll be able to pick it up now. That'll be the only difference you'll notice. You'll notice that you can hear the repeater a little bit better.
Meaning I could probably go further out to use it?
Yeah, that's true, but there's always a trade-off. It transmits more, but then you got to put a little bit more power on the input, because there's 3 dB more coming out of it. So, you could go out further, definitely.
Yeah, because I wasn't having a lot of success at Costa Mesa, but maybe I'll be able to hit it better now if you double the power.
Yeah, well, like I said, you were hitting it. Like when we ran that test, I heard you on the repeater, and your packets were coming through. You were like 90% of packets coming through, but you couldn't hear it because it wasn't powerful enough. The power that was putting out wasn't strong enough for you to pick it up.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Very good. Well, yeah, I'm having fun on it, and it's giving me an opportunity to talk to Ron, Fred's friend out there 20 miles east of Temecula, because sometimes I can't talk to him here because he and I just can't hear each other, Plus the conditions are really good. Well, on there, man, it's loud and clear.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Hey, Fred, have you decided on your hotspot yet?
I'm looking around here. Another question I got for you was, so when you put this, it's got the U, T, and I, and what, Equilink and all that. Do you put that on channel 1, 2, and 3, all that stuff? How do you do that?
All right, so are you looking at the N6CYP page on QRZ?
Oh, no, not lately, no.
Okay, well, so the way it's set up, or the way I've set it up, is you have one memory channel, that's your CQ channel. And that is the channel that, you can have a conversation on the repeater, whether the repeater's linked or not, you can have a conversation on it. Now the I channel is your information. So if you don't, so you have a separate memory channel for that with programs for the I key, the information command. So when you want to find out what the status of the repeater is, you go to that memory channel, you can chunk it, and it comes back and says whether it's linking. And then the echo command channel, when it's on, when you turn your selector to that memory channel, so you transmit, you know, this is like this, I'll say like this is K6EGG, testing 123, 123, and unkey the mic. The repeater will give that back to you. It will repeat what you said back to you. That way you can test to see if you're hitting the repeater or not. So, and then the U is the same thing. It's the unlink command. You can chunk it to unlink it with whatever reflector comes.
So I put that like channel 1, 2, and 3, and 4, right?
Yeah, that's correct. In what I did for Keith, channel 1, so to speak, was maybe, I think it was channel 19 or channel 21, I don't know. But the first channel was the CQ channel, then the next channel was the I channel, then the E channel, then the U channel, then I had the reflector channel. So, like if the repeater was on reflector 14 Charlie and you wanted to go to 12 Alpha, what you would do is you would go to the 12 Alpha channel for chunks of repeater, and then the repeater would come back to you and say it was linked to 12 Alpha, then you would go to your CQ channel and use the repeater on that reflector.
Yeah, I understand it better now. See, man, I figured that's the way it works. So, because the other way I could do is I could hit the true, and I could turn my other little thing, and I could change that all the information in there, and I could stay on the same channel, and I could change the information there. But I think it's better to do the channel so you can do it quicker and faster, correct?
Oh, absolutely. If you're driving down the road and you're trying to link and unlink, just paying attention to what's in the to and the from boxes is, you don't want to do that too much. I mean, you'd have to slow down and pull over to the side of the road to make sure you weren't going to hit anything. It could be done, but once you get those memory channels programmed, it's a piece of cake. It's just like going to, instead of transmitting on 146.52, you want to go to 146.535, just switch it over and bingo, you're done.
Yeah, I understand it more now better. Now my question to you, the final question is to you, what should I put channel 1, what should I put channel 2 and 3 when I'm running mobile to make it easy for me? So channel 1 should be my main channel I'm talking on all the time, right? Echo Link will probably be my last one, channel 4, because I'm not going to test that. So the next one I want to probably be is unlink, and the next one, that'd be channel 2, the unlink, and the third one would be link?
Yeah, that would be about right. If you look, go to that N6CYP page and look at that matrix, and that'll give you an idea. Your CQ channel should be, the first one that you're using. Whether it's channel 20, 21, or 31, or whatever the way your memory is set up. So you just, that's your main channel, right? And then the reflectors you want to link to, the most popular ones, like, if it was 12 Alpha or 30 Charlie, whatever, those would be the next couple of ones that you want to use. So yeah, whatever works for you, you can always switch them around if you find out that you want to do something different.
Okay, what's that wait page again? I know you gave it to me before and I forgot.
It's November 6th, Charlie Yankee Papa. November 6th, Charlie Yankee Papa. And when Keith says, I loaded those memories in for him, that's, basically what is in there is basically what I did. I changed it a little bit. Like I put in 12 Alpha because I knew he wanted 12 Alpha. So if you just follow that as a guide, I think you'll do well.
Okay, so my number 1 channel will probably be my CQ. And then the next one, I want to relink the reflector and unlink it. So, then the next channel, I'll probably want to put what I want to link to, right? So I took that, and I have a whole bunch of them, and then the other channel would be probably, let me see, unlink and link up, yeah.
Yeah. So normally, you would have well, at least with the way the N6CYP repeater is set up,
if it's on 14 Charlie, you don't have to unlink and then link to 12 Alpha. You can just go and link to 12 Alpha. It'll just go ahead and do that. Not all the repeaters may be set up for that. But the sequence that you just mentioned is I believe, pretty close to where you'll wind up. So going in that direction is the right thing.
Great.
Now I understand when I heard you talking the other night, hitting the two thumb button, it didn't make much sense to me at that time. But now it really makes sense to me. Hitting the two thumb button, driving down mobile down the road now.
I think I've heard someone trying to come in. Go ahead.
This is W6GOX. I was wondering how my signal's sounding now.
You're signing now?
This is W6GOX. I was just testing to. I got the RG8X up. I want to see how my signal sounds.
Well, you're coming over here to 20 over S9 in Cerritos.
You're a little hotter now than you were with that other cable, Levi. So it was a positive. At least it was a positive.
Say that again. Sorry.
You're coming in a little hotter with a signal than you were before, so that was a positive move with what you did. Okay.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, no, I got that. I mean, it's better coax, but only downside is I'm using a PL259 to BNC to N connector, so it's not going to be great just because the antenna has an N connector on it.
Yeah, you're hitting me with almost a plus 20 now. You were hitting me with just about a 9 before, so you've increased quite a bit. Yeah, if you get into that LMR 400 stuff, that'll make a big difference. And like Fred said, if you can make it a shorter run, that'll be really a lot, of a benefit for you.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get that. Well, yeah, thank you so much for inviting me to this tonight. And yeah, I'm going to clear out just test and see how that sounds, if it's better.
Yeah, very good, Levi. Yeah, we're very proud of you. Like, hey, before you go, Fred was kind of interested in your background, how you got interested in ham radio.
Well, we started reading the book series, Hardy Boys, and in that book they were hams, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool, and I started looking in more into it, and I got interested, and then I got my license.
Pretty cool. And you got your license at 13, you said, right?
Yes, sir, and I've always been interested in electronics. I have a whole workshop built out in the garage for working on electronic projects and whatnot, for computers and whatnot in here, so yeah, it's pretty fun, and yeah, I already have some extra background, so it's getting licensed wasn't too hard.
So you got interested in reading the books of the Hardy Boys, right? Well, did you ever read the books about Nancy Drew?
No, I didn't get to those yet. We just started the Hardy Boy series just because a friend gifted them to us, and then we just got hooked on that and just kept doing that.
Okay, and 20,000 Leagues Under EC? Okay. Okay, I remember reading those books. So that's what got you interested. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's just very cool. Next pilot's license.
What's your dad? Is your dad ham?
No, he's not. He works over at Huntington Beach. He's a battalion chief for the Marine Safety Division of the fire department.
Of the fire department?
Yeah, he's a battalion chief over there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, you both have a good night, and I think Greg got off a little while ago. But you both have a good night, and I'll talk to you all hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah, Levi, for sure. Good talking to you. Best of luck to you. You're doing a great job. And so we'll say 73 to you, and we'll talk to you soon. WA62XA. We're on the side.
Kilo November 6 Oscar Sierra 73. Keep it up there, boy. You're doing a good job.
73, 76 Sierra.
Anyway, go ahead, Gabe.
Yes. The programming those memories. Just got to get them programmed, and then after you get a feel for how you maneuver through the different memory channels to access the receiver, you'll figure out if you need to make some changes to the way you got them set up.
Well, it all makes sense to me now because I remember that, like you said that twice. I heard you mention the to and from while you're driving. I thought, what? What's he talking about? To and from would make it easier, blah blah blah. Now it makes sense to me. I'm a little slow learner to other things, and then all of a sudden I'm going to accelerate like 100 miles an hour. Now it makes
heck, I worked for Boeing for 30 years, so you got to have some patience if you work for Boeing. But anyway, yeah, I'm getting, let me know if you need any help. If you want me to help you to program it, that's fine. Whatever you need is fine with me. I help Keith out, I help Don out, whatever you got. I set that whole repeater up. It's sort of like my own private little hotspot here, but it's coordinated, a coordinated repeater here. And you local guys can, use it all you want. It's no problem. You can link, unlink. It's fine. I mean, it's there. Use it.
I know, but I'm a type of person, I didn't want to screw up your computer or anything and tie the whole thing up, and I didn't know what I was doing, and you couldn't unkey it and untie it and all this and that. Because I'm from old school, I remember the computers when we used to do crossband repeat and all that stuff, and everybody get mad. You couldn't do this, and when they're doing phone packs and everything, so that's why I was very careful not to be keying up on your repeater yet.
Okay, I appreciate it. If ever you want to, when you think you got the memory set up, we can go over there and I can walk you through it and help you out a little bit. So whenever you're ready, just take your time. I know you're planning a trip sometime soon, so anytime between now and then we can work that out.
Well, I'll be trying several trips, and then I'm going to go to Hawaii too, so I want to learn how to use all this, and then I'll be talking to you guys from Hawaii. I plan to go over there, and I'm going to stay over there for about 3 months.
Gosh, that's quite a long stint there. You're going to hook up, you're going to use that, that VF software, whatever it's called. I had it written down here. Gosh, I can't find it right now. You're going to use that software to control your radio while you're gone?
Yeah, that and D-Star and all this and that, yeah. Echo Link, I talk over there right now on Echo Link, and I can talk Echo Link back this way. And
all right, sorry to end the stream here. I'm going to head to bed. I normally don't go to bed this early, but I've been working mornings. I've had to be at work down in Orange County fairly early for me. I normally work nights, which I am tomorrow night, which means I won't be on streaming. I hope to be on streaming again on Wednesday and Thursday and possibly Friday. Those are the next couple times I'll be streaming. So sorry to cut this off for you guys that are watching. Have a good evening, everybody, and take care, and talk to you on Wednesday.